All right, family, let's go ahead and get into it. So, Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves in the 7-8 play-in game for the Western Conference. Obviously, these teams played a few days back. This game is a lot different. Rudy Gobert and Jalen McDaniels both landed punches, but they lost the fight for different reasons. Not going to go into a deep dive because it's going to be a short series. I'll just hit one key for each team. For the Lakers, their three-point shooting is going to be the key to this game. Now, if you've been following basketball at all, you know the Lakers have been on a roll here since the trade deadline, even without LeBron. The one thing that has not improved for the Lakers has been their three-point shooting. They're still below average. Beasley has on and off nights. Reeves has shot it well. LeBron has started to shoot it well as of late, but the three-point shooting is still a bit of the bugaboo. They make it up with their defense in their free throw shooting, which they clearly outplaced the league in. But three-point shooting is a problem. If they go into this game and they make 5 of 21 threes, 4 of 27 threes, they have a ghastly shooting light. I think that's the only way they can really lose this game. So if the Lakers make a decent clip of their threes, they'll win for a couple of reasons here. Minnesota's on 3 or 4 nights. Obviously, they've lost 2 of their best defenders, 2 of their best rim protectors. I think the Lakers can live at the rim, which they want to live at the rim. So I think the only way that that gets slowed down and the Lakers lose this game if they have a ghastly three-point shooting night. For the Minnesota key, before I get into that, let me remind you, go ahead and hit for the Minnesota key. Before I get into that, let me remind you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right, let's go ahead and get into the Minnesota. Minnesota is simple. Can they make a three? For Minnesota, it's simple. Do they make their threes? Now, once again, they're coming off 3 and 4 nights. They're missing 2 of their best defenders. They're also missing Naz Reid, who was having a hell of a season before he got injured. So, how does Minnesota overcome all these things? They can make a boatload of threes. You have Karl Anthony Towns, the self-proclaimed best shooting big man of all time. You have Taurean Prince, who's going to come in for McDaniels, who is a better shooter than him. So I can see a scenario where Minnesota says, look, the only way we're going to survive in this game is if we make 23s, make 23 threes. So bombs away. So if you have a scenario where Minnesota makes 6 threes in the first quarter and it's a tight game in the first quarter, maybe there's some angst in the crowd. Maybe there's some, nervousness that takes over the team. Now, this is the first playoff game that's going to be at a full capacity for the Lakers. I mean, I don't know if you want to call the playoffs a play-in game. I do. I mean, if you get in, you make the playoffs. So it's a one-game elimination. I don't know what other definition you would have for playoffs, but this is the first playoff game that they've done at a full capacity, even after COVID that year that they lost to the Suns. Remember, that was only limited seating. There was only about 8,000 people at that game. So the city's going to be fired up. They have missed playoff basketball, and they're going to want to roll. But if this game is tight in the third, going into the fourth quarter, and Minnesota is bombing threes, that might just be enough for them to go ahead and win this game. So that's my quick synopsis on this game. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, subscribe, and as always, the game is the game.